Thank you, Peter, for your good words. I will buy you a coffee tomorrow. And thank you for the invitation to be here today. I was here last year, and I think that the Cyprus Centre of the London Metropolitan University has been doing a very wonderful job for Cyprus and for the struggle of the Cyprus people in order to unify their country. And I'm sure that in these 2 days of the conference, we'll have the opportunity to exchange opinions, ideas, in order to support those peoples that are trying to bring the people together, Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots, to overcome their political problems in order to resolve the Cyprus problem and to manage to reunify Cyprus and to bring permanent peace and stability in Cyprus and in the whole region of the Eastern Mediterranean Sea. I must say that always I try to utilize invitations of having lectures abroad, because in this way I leave behind the discussions and the controversies in the internal front in Cyprus. This is a very good break in order to continue the difficult political struggle in order to overcome the problems and to open the way to the solution of the Cyprus issue. My friend High Commissioner, distinguished guests, dear friends, I'm very pleased to have this opportunity of being with you here at the Cyprus Centre of the London Metropolitan University, which in cooperation with Episteme, the Association of British Professionals, is organizing the conference Cyprus 50 Years of Independence, Achievements and Challenges. The Jubilee of the Republic of Cyprus is a very significant anniversary. It constitutes the proof of the historic course of our country, which, irrespective of the tragedies it has lived through in its 50 years of life, and in particular that of 1974, of which the wounds are still bleeding, has not only survived, but has taken root and has become internationally honored through its participation in the United Nations Organization, the European Union, and many other international organizations. Honoring the 50-year anniversary of the Republic of Cyprus, we recognize and pay tribute to our people for the great work it has achieved, the great progress it has brought to our country in only half a century of independent life, and this despite the many problems and obstacles it has met on the way. Cyprus is a case in point, a shining example of what can be achieved by peoples when they are masters of their own fate. Cyprus is one of the examples which prove how much humankind progresses when people, through their struggles, gain their freedom and abolish colonialism. Of course, the toppling of colonialism as a system, which came soon after the victory of peoples against fascism in the Second World War, did not do away with the causes of inequality among countries, nor did it rid the world of exploitation, hunger, war, and misery. Unfair and unjust rule over the poor and weak states, which make up the group of third world countries, still exists because colonialism was followed by neocolonialism. This reality, however, does not diminish the great significance of the victory of peoples against colonialism for humankind. The various events marking the anniversary of independence underline the highlight the huge historical significance that the establishment of the independent Republic of Cyprus has for our people, for its present and for its future. Independence, even the curtailed one of the London Zurich agreements, was a historic achievement which created great expectations and opened up horizons for the progress and development of the people of Cyprus, both Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots. These great expectations have unfortunately not come to pass. Foreign interventions, the lack of faith in the newly established republic, and the nationalism and chauvinism which developed within both communities led to new, yet more painful experiences, topped by the twin crime against the people of Cyprus, the fascist coup and the Turkish invasion. Dear friends, every historical anniversary is a chance to assess the past and to chart the course to take in order to achieve the fulfillment of the aims of tomorrow. Assessment with a view to the future is a necessary process if the best possible decisions are to be taken. Beyond that, however, the honor we accord to the Cyprus Republic is above all else an expression of faith and loyalty towards this achievement of the people of Cyprus, which we need to safeguard with our actions and our decisions. The goal of the anti-colonial struggle was not independence. The goal for the Greek Cypriots, who make up the great majority of the people of Cyprus, was at that time enosis or union with Greece. For the Turkish Cypriot leadership, the goal was partition, taksim. We reached independence as a result of the struggles of many years, but also as a result of compromise which our people were forced to make for many reasons. I will touch briefly on the reasons why we ended up with a fettered independence. In the attempt to answer why we had the results we did, we must not forget the policies of the colonial power, who in pursuit of its own interest refused to grant Cypriots the right of self-determination after the Big War. We must not forget also that as a consequence of the British handling of the situation, Turkey was reintroduced into the picture as an interested party in Cyprus in the 1950s, a fact which had a negative effect on the evolution of events afterwards. In my view, there are two factors that played a major role in our having been led to impasses and painful compromises. The first factor is related to the fragmentation of the domestic political scene, which made it possible for the colonial power to apply the known policy of divide and rule. The split between the right and left wing in the political spectrum, the underestimation of the Turkish Cypriot community and of the Turkish plans to divide Cyprus, did not allow the creation of a united front among the people, and I mean Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots, which would have augmented the possibilities for success of the anti-colonial struggle. The lack of a common goal and vision between Greek and Turkish Cypriots did not allow the development of a common struggle for the overthrow of the colonial power and the charting of a common course for the future. The ruling classes in both communities remain attached to their respective motherlands.